hiring demand is uneven across occupations and geographies, the most effective teams will be those that are using labor market data to focus on where their talent is genuinely scarce instead of treating every role like it's just, you will get those 10,000 AI generated applications coming in.
Hi, everyone. I'm Yazad Dalal, Chief Growth Officer here at Joveo, and welcome to Recruiting Realities, where we bring you the latest developments and insights in recruitment. Today, we're speaking about the state of the labor market with our own in-house labor market economist, David Garrett. Hello, David.
Howdy. How's it going?
And for our listeners, at Joveo, we publish interactive insights across all major occupations in the U.S. You can check that out on our website, joveo.com/interactive-insights. So, David, the latest U.S. jobs report for April is in. It's a positive surprise. Employers added 115,000 jobs in April, which I think is double some of the expectations we were seeing, but also still pretty well below the kind of growth that you would expect if we were in a hot labor market, and we're definitely not in a hot labor market. The overall labor force is actually shrinking. Unemployment steady at 4.3. That's good. Labor force participation slips to 61.8%. The employment population ratio edges down to 59.2. So I think stability in the headline story, but I think underneath that, things look a little sketchier. We see that sectors like healthcare, transportation, warehousing, retail, social assistance, they all added jobs. No surprise for like the billionth month in a row, the federal government lost jobs. And a sector called information lost jobs. What is the information sector? It's what the Bureau of Labor Statistics calls any organization that produces or distributes or processes information, cultural products, but to put it in layman's terms, that's publishing. It's TV, it's movies, it's telecommunications, it's data processing. Importantly, it's also web-based media. So web search portals like Google, data services, all under that area. So that's falling. What do you make of this news, David? Is it good or bad? Where are we? Let's get started.
Yeah, it's good news in the sense that the labor market is still expanding, but it's not the kind of good news that says the hiring market is heating back up and things are back to where they were prior. April looks more like a steadying market than a strong one. It's great to see employers still adding jobs, but it's a much slower and uneven pace. It has been uneven with healthcare dominating as well over the last few months and years, really. And that's all important because it tells us the labor market is losing momentum without, fully rolling over. What stands out to me is the mix beneath the headline, right? The, payroll growth is positive, but the household survey is showing softer results. Participation is dipping. A larger share of unemployed workers or people and workers are stuck in long-term unemployment, and that usually means there are more people technically available, but a lot of them are either cautious and selective, aren't fully active in the labor market, or finding other options like maybe gig work. You compound this with the fact that oil prices are continuing to rise, which can will raise general prices due to inflation and reduce consumer demand. So as that continues to go up, we will likely see hiring continue to decline as we move forward through 2026.
But for our audience, for our listeners, what does that mean for recruitment marketing?
Yeah, it changes the playbook, right? Broadband messaging is still going to matter, but it's not enough to attract candidates. They're responding to more clear expectations, pay transparencies. More states are adding pay transparency. In an unstable market, stability and visible growth really matters. A lot more than just kind of generic claims about the culture and flexibility and things like that. And since hiring demand is uneven across occupations and geographies, the most effective teams will be those that are using labor market data to focus on where their talent is genuinely scarce instead of treating every role like it's just, you will get those 10,000 AI generated applications coming in.
Got it. So the market is still open for business, but employers have to be a lot more deliberate. I think less about reaching everyone and more about finding the right candidates and then making your case to them very clearly, which is what we help our clients do every day. So thank you, David. Thank you to our listeners. And we will see all of you next month. Be sure to visit us at joveo.com.
Take care.